Guys, so recently I've also sold the DC2. What's up guys, so it is me Victor once again. So before I start this week's video, do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video and share this video out. And also do remember to follow me on my Instagram account and also my APPARELS company's Instagram account, which is UNTITLED APPARELS. Alright guys, so recently I've also sold the DC2. So yes, I've literally sold 2 cars in a month. One family member has gone, so another new one has just taken its place. So now guys, let me introduce you to the new family member. So this MR2 actually came to a shock for me as well, because I was never looking for MR2, nor was I actually interested in one, but it just happens to come by at a very reasonable offer, and since it's still fairly stock, so why not give it a try, since I've never had any MR cars before, nor do I have any real experience playing with a MR car, so why not give it a try? Who knows, I might just learn something new, which I believe I definitely will learn something new, because it is a whole new layout for me, and as we know, different layout does require different kind of driving style, so definitely I'll learn something new from it, and by that it will also improve my knowledge and also driving capability. So without further ado, first let me show you some of the first driving impression I had on the car.
Alright guys, so now I'll take the MR2 out for very first impression drive. I'm definitely going to take it slow today, because as you can see it's still drizzling and the road is definitely wet, and I don't really have any experience driving an MR car, nonetheless say a turbo one, so yeah, take it slow and smooth will be a good thing. Well, acceleration wise is what one would expect from a 2-liter turbo engine, but currently it's still running on stock boost, which is, if I recall correctly, when I was driving earlier on just now, it's around 0.6 somewhere there, so it's nothing massive. It doesn't create like crazy horsepower or torque. You know what? The acceleration of this car reminds me of JD's Satria. Yeah, take it slow, take it slow. Traffic, come on. After driving for a while, I think there's something really off with the suspension. Yeah, it's slightly off balance a bit, but I don't think it is due to the grip of the tire or anything. I reckon it's the suspension itself. Definitely need to give the suspension a check and see what's wrong. I reckon most likely a leaking suspension, or one of the suspension is most probably dead. High possibility. Definitely there's a more or less a dead suspension, because it doesn't even have bump, it just goes directly to its bump stop. Definitely off throttle for for a longer time than I would like to. Gentle, feathery. Make sure the tail doesn't snap out, because it will be dangerous. Alright guys, so I definitely need to take a look at the suspension, which I reckon the unbalance of the car is due to the suspension. But I reckon once I get that sorted out, it's definitely going to be a fun ride. Because even with this normal street tire, the car still feel kind of grippy, not to say like extremely grippy, but at least it's still controllable. So I reckon with a much proper setup, the car will be so much nicer and so much more fun to drive. And definitely it needs slightly more power, so small up boost is definitely a must. Make this a fun car to drive in, so slightly more power would be good. Alright, so okay guys, that is all for my first driving impression of this MR2.
After driving the MR2 for a bit, I did find that the turning there's much different compared to the FR layout, because MR layout the engine is behind the driver, whereas the FR layout the engine is in front of the driver. So definitely the pivot point of the car is different, and hence the turning feel of the entire car is so much different. So far I haven't managed to drive like high speed or really push the car yet, so I can't really tell you like how much big of a difference it is, because I only managed to like have a nice Sunday cruise on it. But I definitely can tell that there's way much more traction at the rear compared to a normal FR. That's definitely due to the engine sitting behind, hence generating more weight to the rear. So you definitely get more traction out of a corner. But the downside is if you actually push hard and the tail starts to snap, it's not that easy to correct it compared to a FR, because the rear will be heavier and has much more momentum to it. But then again, I haven't really pushed the car to that limit yet. So yeah, I'm still eager to know like how hard is it to catch the tail once the tail snaps out. So hopefully this whole MCO thing will pass by quickly, so that I can actually go to a safer place and test out the limit of the MR2. And that's definitely also a bit of work that is needed to be done on the MR2. Like first of all, when I was driving, I do find that something is slightly off with the car. Most likely I reckon it's the suspension, maybe it's leaking or it's already spoiled. So that's definitely something that I need to look into. And small little things like the front left door speaker is a bit short out, most probably a short circuit that definitely needs to be taken care of as well. And another thing is the aircon vents. The aircon vents are all broken, so that is something I need to replace as well. So guys, if you know where I can sort out aircon vents for the MR2, do let me know in the comment box below. That will be very helpful. And hey, since now I got 2 Toyotas in the family, so it's now a third family. Yes, a third family. I don't care how TRD is supposed to be pronounced, but from now on it's gonna be known as third, just like what James Humphrey said, third. So guys, basically this is a very short intro video to the new family member. So as I mentioned again and again, hopefully this whole MCO thing passed by quickly, so that our life can go back to normal and I can go to some events and test out the car and have a little fun and share my thoughts on the car with you guys as well. Yeah, I shall end this video right here right now. Hopefully you guys do like this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.